Thank you, parents. I'm here to encourage you parents who are here to attend these school board meetings. One of the silver linings of the pandemic is parents became more aware of what's happening in classrooms. I actually advocate for cameras in the classroom. You ought to always be able to see what's happening in classrooms so that we can transparency and accountability to what's happening in our schools. I challenge our school board, though, to stand in the gap. When Washington is wrong and when Richmond is wrong, it's incumbent on local government to stand in the gap and not pass on those wrong deeds to the citizens. When people fear the government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there's liberty. And that's when the people and the parents, when the school board fears you more than they do Richmond and Washington, they'll do what you want them to do. And that's true of all levels of government, Washington or Richmond or what have you. Our schools are one of the very few things that we have, but we are forced to pay for it and then told we have no say over what actually happens in the schools. What's taught in the schools, the policies in the schools, and we have the school board implement policies from Richmond and or from Washington. But you parents actually do have the power. And as we look up front here and we look around us, this is what Democrat control looks like. It is absolutely what Democrat control looks like in Washington and Richmond. If you want change, you need to change your government. You can't expect to send people who don't agree with you to office and they're going to do things that you do agree with. And this is what that control looks like. This is what tyranny looks like. Masks don't work, and we know they don't work. That's why everybody who implements or forces a mask upon us doesn't wear one when they don't have to. Whether it's the president celebrating a birthday, whether it's the governor in Virginia Beach, whether it's the speaker of the House right after she gives us a mask mandate on the House floor, they don't wear the mask and they think no one is looking because they know they don't really work. It is political theater. It is mask shaming. It's virtue signaling. When it comes to what's taught in our schools, CRT, if it's not being taught in Nelson, I hope that it's not being taught in Nelson, it is absolutely coming if we leave the government to the position that it is now, the control that it is now. Joe Biden on the Education Labor Committee, President Biden is trying to mandate it from the federal level. There's a reason why the largest teacher union in the country pledged legal resources to protect teachers who teach critical race theory. There's a reason why 5,000 teachers across the country have signed a petition promising to teach critical race theory, even if it's outlawed. But it's absolutely going to be taught in all of our schools unless we stop it. I ask us also to stand in the gap when it comes to transgender policy. We need to protect all students, the 99%, not just the 1%, and support our parents. The state is calling on our school systems. I hope Nelson will resist that as what's been said, but the state is calling upon our school systems to deceive the parents and be dishonest with the parents about the gender. If a child identifies or expresses gender confusion in a school, the state is telling the schools they have to keep that private, keep it private from the parents. I had a school system where I was in a meeting very recently. They said if a 10-year-old said that they wanted to be a different gender at school, that they would not tell the parent that. So I call on you to support your parents, to support your community, the 99%, not just the 1%.